So hello everyone, this is Charlie Francisco and I'm going to discuss the three statistical formulas that I have chosen. So the first one is the margin of error, and the second is sampling error, and the last one kay sample size. So I'm going to discuss the first one, which is the margin of error. A margin of error for proportion is used to know kung sobra or kulang ba ang result sa sample kaysa tinuod nga resulta sa tibuok population. It helps us to know how accurate our survey result is. If the sample size is big, the margin of error becomes smaller, which means the result is become reliable. So the formula of margin of error is E equals Z times square root of P times 1 minus P over N. So E is for margin of error and Z is for Z-score based on confidence level, and P is for sample proportion and N is for sample size. So for example, a random sample of 500 adults indicates that 67% of adults prefer cats to dog. Calculate the margin of error for a 95% confidence interval for the true percentage of adults who prefer cats to dogs. So, naatay 500 sample of 500 adults. So atong N is 500. N equals 500. Sample proportion na to kay 67. Atong P kay 67. Ato ang proportion is 67%. Ato na siyang i-convert of decimal point. So 67 divide 100 is 0.67. So, muna siya ato ang proportion. Then, sunod kay ang ato ang confidence interval. Ato ang confidence interval is 95. So, itong Z kay 95%. So pangitaon na ito na siya dito. So, ang confidence interval, niya kay 1.96. So, itong formula ganito kay E equals Z times square root of P times 1 minus P over N. So, ang Z na to kay Lara. Pause. Hala. Ano siya? Kung siya dapat ini siya equals atong Z kay 1.96 times square root unsa man atong proportion kay 0.67. Then times 1 minus 0.67 over ato ang n. Sample size na to kay 500. So, sunod kay copy the 0.96, then times square root 1. Copy the 0.67, then 1 minus 0.67 equals 0.33 over 500. Sunod, copy the 1.96 times 0.67 times 0.33 equals 0.2211 over 500. Sunod, copy gihapon 1.96 times square root of 0.2211 over 500 equals 0.004422. Sunod, 1.96 times 0.00442 kay 0.041. So, mauna siya ang margin of error. So the margin of error is 0.041. So, mauna siya ang margin of error. So the next one is sampling error. So this formula is used to find the sampling error or standard error. The sampling error means the difference between the sample mean and the true population mean. We use this formula to know how accurate the sample result is and decide if you need a bigger sample to make it more reliable. So the formula of sampling error kay S equals Z times sigma over square root of n. So Z, SA is for sampling error, and equals Z is for Z-score value based on the confidence interval, and the sigma is population standard deviation, and n is for size of the sample. So I have here an example. So suppose that the population standard deviation is 0.40 and the size of the sample is 2,500, then find the sampling error and 95% confidence level. So our population standard deviation is 0.40. So sigma equals 0.40, and then ang size of sample is is 2,500. And then, ang atuang Z kay 95%. So, ang confidence interval ani kay 1.96. 0.96. So, kaya naa naman ta. So, ato na ni siyang i-solve. So, itong formula kay is A equals Z times sigma over square root of N. Ato siyang i-substitute. Is A. So, is A. So, atong Z kay 1.96 times sigma na to kay 0.40 over square root of 2,500. Sunod kay copy the 1.96 times sunod kay 0.40, copy lang na siya, over 2,500, square root of 2,500 is 50. Sunod kay, inyuhan na siyang i-calculate. So, 1.96 times 0.40 over 50 equals 0.01568. So, muna na siya ito ang sampling error na to. 0.01568. Muna na siya. Ato ang sampling error. So, the last one kay sample size. So, the sample size has two formulas. So, the first one kay infinite sample and the second is finite sample. So, infinite sample is if our population is very big or a noun. Unya, ang finite sample kay we already know the total number of people or items. And both formulas are used to find the right sample size for the study to make sure the results are accurate and reliable. So the formula of the infinite sample kay S equals Z squared P times 1 minus P over C squared. The finite sample kay sample size over 1 plus sample size minus 1 over population. P is confidence interval and P is percentage of population and C for confidence level and POP is for population. So I have here a example. So, for example, find the sample size for a finite and infinite population when the percentage of 4,300 population is 5, confidence interval 99%, and confidence level is 0.01. So, ang una natong kuhaon kay ang infinite sample. So, ang formula ato kay SS equals Z squared P times 1 minus P over C squared. Kung na siya. So, ang ato ang Z kay confidence interval kay 99. So, ang confidence level ana kay 2.58 squared. Kaya butan itong squared kaya may squared. Then, wait. Okay, 2.58. Then, atong population kay 5. So, ato na siyang i-convert og decimal. So, mahimo na siyang 0.05. Sunod kay atong confidence level kay 0.01. Ato na silang i-substitute. So, S equals ato ang Z kay 2.58 squared. Dayon atong P kay 0.05 times 1 minus 0.05 over atong plus confidence level kay 0.01. Then ato ni siyang i-calculate. So 2.58 squared ay kwan sa din siya. Okay. Na siya 2.58 squared times 0.05 times 1 minus 0.05 then over 0.01 squared equals 3 equals 3161. So, ato ang kwaon kay ang 3 digit lang. So, ang bilin kay 316. So, 316 atong ibutang diri. So, sunod itong pangitaon kay ang finite formula. Finite sample. So, finite sample kay SS over 1 plus SS minus 1 over population. So, atong sample size kay 316. So, 316 over 316 minus 1 plus 1 over atong population kay 4,300. Sunod na itong buhaton kay so, humana na to og substitute. Sunod, ato na po na siyang i-calculate. So, 316 over 1 plus 3. 316 minus 1 over 4,300 equals 294. So, mauna siya ato ang answer ang 294. Equals 294. So, mauna siya ato ang infinite and ang sample size na to sa infinite. So, that's all and thank you.